Hey up, Meows Rowie here with a slightly different video to usual. I will be drinking a beer, but it's not going to be a beer review as such. Word up though, as a word up, heads up though, I am absolutely hanging out of my arse. I drank very heavily last night, so not in a good place. I drank a can of Centaur Army in bed. I drank a lot of beers in bed for some reason. I was just watching something on the laptop, went to bed early, and drank heavily in bed, which is tragic. It's absolutely tragic, is what it is. But it's happened, so get over it. So a lot of people who I subscribe to on YouTube have been posting the £10 Tesco challenge, which was started by a channel called Scotland Wanda's World, which is a great channel. They put plenty of videos on there, so you should definitely give them a little check out. And it was the Tesco £10 beer challenge, where it's relatively self-explanatory. You go to Tesco and you try to see how many beers you can get for your £10. And it's generated loads of people generate loads of content because of it. So it's a pretty good idea. It's a decent enough idea. So I thought, well, why don't I get involved in that? Because I love jumping on a good bandwagon because I can't come up with ideas myself. So I thought I'll get on board with that. But then I thought, what? I'd already decided quite early days into the channel that I didn't ever want to feature beers from a supermarket, and that's not through some sort of that's not through elitism or anything like that. Because do I buy beers from the supermarket? Of course I buy beers from the supermarket. Do I buy my food from a supermarket? Of course I buy my food from a supermarket. So it's never about that. It was just more about putting beers on the channel that weren't being posted everywhere else at the same time. So it was never anything against. It's not through elitism or snobbery. Though it might come across as that at times, but it never was. So I thought, I want to sort of get involved in that. But why instead of doing a £10 Tesco beer challenge, why don't I go to my local bottle shop, which is Brew Cavern in Nottingham, and I'll see how many beers I can get for £10 from there. So people on the Tesco channel have used yellow sticker discounts, club cards, etc., multi-buy deals. The most I've seen is 7. So someone managed to get 7 beers from Tesco for £10. But if I can be perfectly honest with you, they were all awful, and I wouldn't touch any of that twiggy shite anyway. I would rather lose a £10 note than spend £10 on some of those ones. But that's by the by. And I'd say surprisingly, it's not of no surprise really. They were going through Brew Cavern through their website. I used their discount code Veganuary, which is all their vegan beers for January are 15% off if you use that code, all capital letters Veganuary. And there was a huge number of combinations of 3 beers that you could get for under £10. And these are the ones that I've went for basically. There was one combination that I saw where you could. Well, there was more than one combination. There's about 7 or 8 combinations. One of which I would have gone for, which would have been under a tenner without a discount code as well. But I am fortunate enough that I live close to Brew Cavern. Nottingham has a great beer scene. I know not everybody has that, and some people do rely on Tesco to get their beer. So no hate on that, no shade on that. I mean, for those who don't know, I used to be one of the mods of the UKCBF supermarket beer Facebook page, which is now Craft Beer Here, which I am also an admin of. So I'm not going to hate on people who want to buy their beer from a supermarket. That's not what this is about. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of absolute twaddle. I mean, no one's going to find out what the beers are. Everyone's already switched off. But anyway, so the first beer that I went for, and also I've not had any of these beers before either. So that's like the double whammy of this. It was under a tenner. They're all new beers to me as well. So, I mean, I've had 2 of the breweries before, but so here we go. So to start off with, in the, the Rowie's £10 Brew Cavern challenge, whatever. Bavic Super Pils. This is a 5.2% lager. It's a Belgian lager. I'm not gonna lie, it's kill or cure. I'm gonna open this now. I'm gonna get this. We'll get this slurped. So we'll just get that poured any road. Look at that. Lovely, lovely stuff. There we go. Nope, I'm just gonna suck that while I'm doing things. Then beer number 2, I got from the Colonel. You can always tell if it's a Colonel beer because their logos, their beer labels are so over the top. I mean, that, like, look at the artwork and everything on that. It's very ostentatious. I do sometimes think less is more, and I think that is an approach that the Colonel should take with, because I mean, you just that jumps out at you on a shelf. You see that and it's like, woo, tone it down, buddy. That's a lot. So this is a 500 ml bottle from the Colonel. Probably one of the best breweries in the UK, hands down. No matter what they do, is amazing. This is a pale ale, 5.3%. Nelson Sauvin, Nelson Sauvin, Citra, and Wakatu. So yeah, nice 500 ml bottle of that. I look forward to cracking that open at some point. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, everything that I wanted in a Pilsner. And then, okay, so beer number 3, from Polly's Brew Co. This is Rosebud India Pale Ale, 5.9%. So these altogether, after I applied the Veganuary discount, came to £9.62. It's an email receipt, so and I'm not going to post that on here because it's probably complicated and I don't know how to. I probably could add it as a little image up here somewhere or other. I'll do that later if I can be asked. Heads up, I'm probably not going to be asked to do that. So yeah, so there, 3 beers there from Brew Cavern, all for less than a tenner. So yeah, that's kind of my entry into the Scott and Wanda's World £10 Tesco challenge. So I didn't follow any of the rules really. But yeah, so yes, support your local bottle shops, support your local tap rooms, support your local bars. Just go out there. Tesco don't need your £10 in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, buy local, support local. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I've had not feeling great. I'm off out now. So yeah, have a good one. See you in a bit. Bye. Yeah, peace in a bit. Yeah.